So what's going on everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video we'll solve some problem in lead code. Now before proceeding for any solution, what we have to take care of are some things. There are two things actually. Those are how efficient our algorithm is and how much space it will occupy, or to say time complexity and space complexity. So in this video we will solve this problem through two different methods. The first one will be brute force approach. Now in brute force approach, what we'll do is we will systematically iterate through our array without using things like hash maps, unordered maps and things like that. And in the other method, we will use hash maps. Now definitely our program or function will get more efficient in the second one. Though it will get efficient in the second one, we will also look at the brute force approach. So let's see what our problem statement says. Now before I read out anything about our problem statement, I would recommend all of you, suggest you to go through the problem statement once. Read it very carefully 2 to 3 times, because understanding the problem statement is really very important, I would say, because that is where your solution lies in. Okay, so just go through it once again and then come back here. So what our problem statement says is that you will be given an array. So here we have an array. Then you will be given a target. Here we have 9 as our target, and you will have to find those two numbers which add up to the target. So for example, here you are given target is equal to 9. You will have to find two numbers in the array that will add up to 9. Here you can see 2 plus 7 equals 9. So you will have to return the index numbers of 2 and 7. So that is what we have to do in our function. So first of all, we will look at how to solve our problem through brute force approach. So in brute force approach, what we'll do, let's say a plus b should be equal to target. Will take a as any number first of all. Like let's say we take a here as 2. Now we will check whether 2 plus 7 equals 9. If it equals 9, we will store the index of number 2 and 7. Then we will see if 2 plus 11 equals 9, if 2 plus 15 equals 9 and 2 plus 20. Now if none of the number equals 9, we will again take a as 7. Then we'll check if 7 plus 11 equals 9, 7 plus 15 equals 9 and 7 plus 20. And if any of the number equals 9, we will store the index of 2 and 7. So similar thing you can see in this diagram as well. We will check 2 with all the numbers, then with 7 and the 7 with all other numbers, and 11 with all other numbers, and 15 with 20. So we will iterate through the array twice until we find our number. Okay, so we will basically take two for loops, one for a and the second one for the elements to check if a plus something adds up to 9. So let's start writing our solution. Okay, so let's start writing our code. I'll be doing it in C++, of course, since I'm more familiar with it. So here you can see you are given a class solution. You are given the access specifier public so that you can access the function through the class object. You just have to write the body of the function, I would say. Okay, so let's declare two variables, I and j. It's not necessary that you declare it here, but I just prefer doing it beforehand. Int I and j, or you can just go for a global variable. That is also okay. We will take a vector int result to store our index values in the result. Now we will run a for loop for I is equal to 0. I should be less than what? Nums.size. We have the array as nums. So we will write nums.size. It will give us the size of nums. -1. I plus plus. The other for loop will be for j is equal to I plus 1. Why I plus 1? Because when I is equal to 0, 2 will be 0 and we will check it for 2 plus 7. 7 will be equal to 1. then 2 to 11. So when I is equal to 0, j has to be plus 1 than that. And since when we'll come to 15, I is equal to 3, j has to be I plus 1, that is 4. So I cannot go on 3, I mean it cannot be 4. Okay, so j is equal to I plus 1, and that's the reason we wrote minus 1 here. Okay, so j is equal to I plus 1. J has to be less than nums dot size j plus plus. Now what we have to check is if nums of I plus nums of j will be equal to the target. What we'll do if these numbers are equal to target? This is the element of the array. What we want is the index. The index will be I or j. Okay. So what we'll do, we will push back result dot push back I result dot push back j. What this will do is it will push back the I and j in the result variable, in the result vector. So and return result. Let's run our code. Okay, so we got the correct output 0 and 1. Your input was 2, 7, 11, 15, and you have to find the index number of the elements that adds up to 9. Here you can see 2 and 7 adds up to 9. The index number is 0 and 1. So it returned 0 and 1. Submitting the code. So this is accepted. Now we will move on towards how we do it through hashing, through unordered map. So let's see that as well. Okay, so let's see how we will proceed for solving the problem through hash maps or unordered maps. So here you can see you are given an array. Just don't look at this and get confused between how it would be to solve something. Okay, so let's see. Here you are given an array. These are the index numbers of the array. The target is 9. Now let's say you want to search for two numbers which add up to 9. Okay, so first let's see this 2. Just focus on this 2. 2 added to what will give us 9? So we will 2 added to 7 will give us 9. How will we get the 7? 9 minus 2. Difference is equal to target minus nums of I. So we will just subtract 2 from 9. So you will get 7. Now 7 added to what will give us 9? That is 9 minus 7 will be equal to 2. So 7 added to 2 will give us 9. Okay, so let's see how we will check for 7 and all the differences. So we will declare an unordered map. Initially the unordered map will be empty. Now you should remember that in unordered map everything is stored in a key value pair. So we have a pair. We have only the pairs which stores the value. Here our key will be the index number and the value will be the elements, the array elements. So it will get a key value pair. Okay. Now let's say we consider 2 and the difference comes out to be 7. So now we will search for 7 in our unordered map. So initially there is nothing in the unordered map, so it will return nothing. Now we move on to the next element, but before that you should know that yes, if there was nothing in our unordered map, we just added 0 and 2. 0 is the key and 2 is the value of the array element. So the next time it will move on to the other element, the unordered map will already have 0 and 2 to it. Don't look at 1 and 7 for now. So now the difference is 2 here for 7. We will search for 2 in our unordered map. So do we have any 2 here? Yes, we do have 2 here. Okay, 2 already hai. So what we'll do, we will store the index number of 2, that is 0. We have 0 here as well. And the index 1 in our result variable. Then after completing that process, we will add 1 and 7 to our unordered map. Moving on to next element, the unordered map will already have 0 to 1, 7. Okay, so what will be subtracted with 9 to give us 11? 9 minus 11 is minus 2, so 11 minus 2 will give us 9. Is there any minus 2 in our unordered map? No, there isn't any. So what we'll do, we will add 2 and 11, that is 2 is the index number and 11 in our unordered map in this process. So it will go on, then it will add 315, then it will add 420, map will be completed. But we only have 2 elements that adds up to 9. So our result will have only 0 and 1 as the value, as the answer. Okay, so now we will try to implement this through code. Okay, so here let's just reset the thing. Yes. So here let's see, we will declare one unordered map. Unordered map, that will be int R map, let's say. Then one more vector, int result, to store the index elements. Now we will run a for loop. I have not declared I beforehand, so I will declare it here. I has to be less than nums.size and I plus plus. If rmap dot find target minus nums of I. Target is 9 and nums of y will be our first element of consideration, is not equal to rmap.end it means that if it found out target minus nums in an unordered map, it will not go till the end. So if that is not equal to end, result dot push back rmap target minus nums of I. Result dot push back I. Else rmap nums of I will be equal to I. We will store the index in our map. Return result. Let's run our code. Okay, we got an error. What's the error? Yes, int. Now since we have our key and value both of type int, we'll have to write int. Okay, so it ran successfully. So you can see here. Let's submit the code. Okay, so this was our approach through hash maps. Of course, there are many other ways. I mean, you can make little changes in it and you can again do it through hash maps, but this was one way. So that was all. Now, if you have any queries or any doubts regarding this, you can post them in the comment section below. And if you want me to do video on any other question, please post them in the comment section below. I'll look at them and I'll try to come up with the other video. So thank you and have a nice day.